Class of 2021, our audience, you may be seated. Thank you. Good evening, bienvenidos. I'm Brian Mao, principal of Casa Grande Union High School, and I welcome you to our 102nd annual commencement ceremony. As many of you know, the COVID pandemic has created a number of challenges for our community. In fact, last year we were unable to hold an in-person graduation due to COVID. We are grateful that today we can be together for this special occasion, even if it is in a limited capacity. If we happen to have any of last year's 2020 graduates with us in person or virtually, I invite you to stand at this time and be recognized.
Oh, look at all those kids that didn't get a graduation.
Thanks for joining us tonight as we celebrate this year's graduates and unite them with you and all our legacy of Casa Grande Union alumni. Please help me welcome our Superintendent, Dr. Steve Beebe. I would also like to recognize our governing board president, the Honorable Jack Ennis, the Honorable Kelly Harrington, the Honorable Taylor Kirby, the Honorable Joe Lopez, and the Honorable Chuck Wright. I want to give special thanks to Mrs. Donna Tejas for all the years she has helped to prepare the students with their speeches. Please help me also recognize Assistant Principals, Mr. Greg Anderson, Mr. Randy Robbins, or as he likes to be called, Coach Randy, Mrs. Rebecca Spallinger, and Mrs. Andrea Turan. Of course, we are especially grateful for our parents, guardians, grandparents, family, and friends who have joined us this evening. Thank you for being with us and for sharing these talented young men and ladies with us. Finally, a huge welcome to the class of 2021 who we honor tonight. Thank you to Kayla Ritchie who sang our national anthem, as well as both Kayla Ritchie and Allison Wong who sing our alma mater. Along with our talented JROTC who assisted with the presentation of colors. A special thanks for those men and women serving past or present in each of our branches of service. It is noteworthy to mention that several of our graduates have also chosen to defend our freedom by joining one of these branches of the armed forces. Thank you for your service to our country. A special note, some of those are going on to colleges such as, or universities such as MIT. Quite impressive. We are living in what many have labeled as unprecedented times. Personally, I'm getting a little tired of hearing that, but it's what they keep calling it, which have required extraordinary efforts. I would like to thank the many first responders and healthcare workers who have labored so selflessly to care for us during this pandemic. Many of our students will be quickly joining this heroic labor as they go into law enforcement, fire sciences, and the medical field. We're proud of you. It is this quality of character that I have come to love and a quick embrace of our Superintendent's Service Challenge. Our graduates understand what it means to serve and to give back. We recognize that the COVID-19 pandemic has impacted many lives around the world. And I'd ask at this time if you'd please join me in a moment of silence as we remember all those who were impacted. our graduating seniors will join a proud group of alumni with a rich heritage and connection to the Casa Grande Union High School Cougars. These graduates embody what it means to have Cougar pride. They have embraced our motto of inspiring excellence by finding the excellence within and by encouraging those around them to live up to that potential. This year I was taken back when someone questioned me. They asked me, what good has come from COVID? COVID? Good? I thought I might have misheard the question. Then I started to reflect more, and I realized that despite all the terrible things from COVID, there was some good. We started to value our human connections more and look for ways to connect in more meaningful ways to family and friends. We craved human interaction beyond Zoom and social media. We learned to value things differently. Who would have thought that it would ever be appropriate to give someone a roll of toilet paper as a gift? We expanded our understanding of technology and how we could use it in novel ways to learn and grow. And perhaps one of the greatest things that came out of COVID was a realization that we can do difficult things. The class of 2021 embodies the sentiment, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. I hope you do not forget that you have that capacity. That when you face a new challenge, you will reflect on today and realize that you can do it. You can do what may look hard. It is okay to try. It is okay to fail and try again. In 1936, an obscure rowing team from the University of Washington traveled to Germany to participate in the Olympic Games and accomplished what many thought was the impossible, winning the gold medal. These were working class boys from a small mining and lumber town, competing against much more experienced teams with much more affluence. In every aspect, it looked like the competition was stacked against them. But something amazing happened. In the rowing world, it is called swing. It happens when all the rowing happens in perfect unison and all are in sync. No rower is more valuable than another. All must work together. Differences can be turned to advantage instead of disadvantage. The class of 2021 has its own swing and have worked together to accomplish their own gold medal this year. They have shown that together they can accomplish the seemingly impossible. The last lines of Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken, reminds us of the importance of our journey. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Tonight we celebrate your commencement, not an end, but a beginning of your journey to greater opportunities. I challenge you now to continue to live your lives with the honor, pride, perseverance, and service that has marked your high school career. To not always take the easy road. Class of 2021, tonight's graduates, you have made me a better person for knowing you. I commend you for your character and integrity. I will look forward to our future and know that you will be of great worth to that future.
Oh,
Congratulations.
You're welcome. I know, Adi just said that they can't get online.
President will formally welcome you to our 102nd commencement ceremony. Allison's parents are Rebecca Spollinger and Jason Wong. Will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please help me welcome Allison,
Cynthia,
who will give our welcome as
is your
student
battery?
body president. This
Cynthia,
exceptional young
is your
woman has
battery
been
thing
focused
gonna
on
die?
academics as an excellent
Is it
role
gonna
model
die
to her
or no?
fellow students.
The lights
She takes the leadership of our
I don't
school
know.
seriously and is committed to representing Casa
Well, it
Grande
says
Union
it's
High
still
School with
charging.
pride.
Oh, it's not charging.
Allison was involved in many extracurricular activities. She has been part of student council for 4 years.
Oh,
She
now
held
it
the
is.
offices of class vice president for 2 years, student body treasurer, and now is presently our student body president. She was a member of HOSA, our future health professionals, Biotech 3 representative her sophomore year on the STEM advisory committee. Allison was a member of KEPA, Blue Notes, and has been part of the site council for Casa Grande Union High School. Outside of school, Allison served on the Casa Grande Union or Casa Grande Youth Commission. She has been part of our church choir and has volunteered countless hours within the elementary district.
Am I the only one?
Allison feels her most important accomplishments during her tenure was being a part of Casa Grande Union High School's HOSA chapter and traveling to Florida to meet in the national competition at Disney World. In August, Allie will be attending Central Arizona College where she will find or where she will finish her associate's degree and plans to attend the University of Hawaii.
You hold it, Nana.
Her aspiration is to work as an on-site occupational therapist. Please help me welcome your student body president, Miss Allison Wong.
Rachel, I'm the only one online. YouTube's not working. They're directing me to come here.
Good evening, Casa Grande Union High School District Governing Board members, Dr. Beebe, Mr. Mab, families, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2021. This is Allie with your evening graduation speech. I've spent a great deal of time trying to find the words that adequately describes our experience as seniors. I came across the word enthralling. The denotative definition of enthralling is capturing and holding one's attention. I would say enthralling describes our year perfectly. While this year may not have been perfect, or what any of us had hoped for, it has truly been special. From a senior's point of view, one may have thought of this year as painful, with little school spirit, a great many losses, and missing out on typical high school experiences. Taking a step back, we can now see the community rallied around us. People from near and far saw how we thrived as a group and persevered through struggle upon struggle. We have worked through an experience that no other group of people have endured before, a year full of COVID. Even though we were snowed under by a year of constantly hearing what we could not do, the one thing we did not have to give up was our graduation. Tonight, we take our final steps as a group and receive the first of many honors that will matter for the rest of our lives. As we look back at our senior year, several disappointments really stand out. From sports seasons getting delayed, to not having a senior homecoming celebration, to not even spending a full semester on campus, have all been major challenges. Class of 2021, we have learned during this pandemic that we are resilient. No matter the circumstances, we have been able to take the challenges and adapt. Cougars, we know how to adapt pretty well. C3HS sports team still had an outstanding year. DECA once again brought home many awards. Of personal pride to me, Student Council received an award for Outstanding Council of Distinction at our state convention. There are so many honors, awards, and accomplishments the class of 2021 has to celebrate that would be impossible to list them all. I urge you to remember to focus on the many good things that are out in the midst of all of the negativity. There is more good than you may think. During these 4 short years, we have each charted our own paths, often taking us on very different journeys, but all leading us to this same destination. Many of those paths have been shaped by the greatest influences in our daily lives. I would like to personally thank the teachers, staff, and administration for being the greatest role models over the last 4 years for which any of us could have asked. Personally, I would like to thank Mrs. Tejas for showing me that if you want the world to change, you have to be that change. Mr. Malik for teaching me that with a little bit of perseverance, you can do anything you set your mind to. Mrs. Brady for showing me that compassion is the biggest gift you could ever give a person. And Mrs. Foster for giving me a reason to come to school, even when some days felt harder than others. Teachers, you have left an impression on all of us in one way or another, and for that, the class of 2021 thanks you. Thank you, Mr. Mab, for being the change that we all needed over the last 2 years, and for personally being my mentor and role model since the moment you arrived on campus. Now, my relationship with one particular administrator over the last 5 months has changed quite a bit. Mom, not only have you been a teacher at almost all of the schools I've attended, but becoming my assistant principal is pretty cool too. Thank you for being such a wonderful role model. Having you there for every moment in high school gave me the opportunity to grow up right in front of you, and for that, I will forever be thankful. High school has taught each of us way too much about friendships and being a part of communities. From the very first day, we each broke off into our groups, and while over some time, aspects of those groups have changed, many of those groups have stayed relatively the same. The friendships we make here may not always last a lifetime, but the memories will. To the underclassmen listening, I hope you all go out and find the groups and friends that will make your experience as a Cougar worthwhile. In my time as a Cougar, I have seen many people come and go, but I have had a few people who have been by my side through thick and thin. Whether you find those people or those people find you, having friends is what makes high school an experience you will always remember. A personal point of privilege. Cameron, Tati, Courtney, Lorenzo, and Yana, I would like to thank you for making high school 4 years I will always remember. As my time in front of you comes to close, we listen to the last moments of high school, remember, this is not the end of the book, just the end of this chapter. This is Allie, signing off for one last time. Have a great graduation night, Cougars.
Thank you, Allison. Class rankings are calculated at the end of the 7th semester and are based on students' cumulative GPA. Graduating with the honor of being valedictorian of one's high school class is not accomplished without consistent commitment to excellence and great personal sacrifice. Please help me welcome Casa Grande Union High School valedictorian, Merlin D'Souza. Merlin's parents are Theodolina and Moses D'Souza, whom we are also honored to have with us today. Will you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Merlin is an outstanding student who has demonstrated academic excellence and has earned a GPA of 4.698. During her years here at Casa Grande Union High School, Merlin challenged herself with a rigorous course load, including several AP classes. This distinguished AP scholar focused on academics, as well as serving as president of Key Club, president for Students for Exploration and Development of Space, acting president for Link Crew, treasurer for National Honor Society, founder and organizer of the annual STEAM Weekend Fair, where she served as Team Advisory Committee Chair, founder of the Speech and Debate Club, Chief Science Officer, and serving on the Arizona Leadership Council. Merlin was involved in drama, health occupations, Students of America Officer, Administrative Lead for the Lemelson MIT Inventee, Staff Secretary, Chief Science Officer for Project Flower Child, and a member of the robotics team. She has represented Casa Grande Union High School in the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership and Girls State Leadership Program. Merlin was captain of the tennis team and Girls in Code member. She is involved in her community, and she serves as a junior Catholic Daughters of America and is an altar server for St. Anthony's Catholic Church. Besides being valedictorian, her most important accomplishment during her tenure here at Casa Grande Union High School was serving the community she was born and raised in by putting on the annual STEAM Fair dedicated to promoting education and our local opportunities. Continuing to discover her academic potential and growing as a student, Merlin plans on attending Harvard College, yes, Harvard, and major in human developmental and regenerative biology. She hopes to work as a neonatologist and help make positive changes in the healthcare system. Merlin thus far has received over $574,160 in scholarships. I am honored to be able to introduce this outstanding young woman, Miss Merlin D'Souza.
Good evening, governing board members, Dr. Beebe, Mr. Babb, teachers, staff, parents, family, and of course, the 2021 graduates. I would first and foremost like to express my thanks
in-person graduation ceremony. It is nice to finally see real people instead of icons on a Microsoft Teams meeting. Who knew what it would take to get to this point? Not only did we have to survive adjusting to computers that pulled our shoulders, but we also survived the awkwardness of freshman year as we pretended to know what side of the stairs to walk on, what Blackboard was, and how to use Microsoft. We transitioned to sophomore year as we had to quickly learn that they were not called AP classes for nothing. They required notes that were legible and hard work that could not be faked. As the hardest year came along, we got into the groove of things, finally seeing ourselves as important. Many of us became drowned in AP classes, clubs, balancing ACTs and SATs, jobs, additional family responsibilities, and figuring out the dreaded question of what comes next. Yet, what makes me stop and think about all it took for us to be here today, graduating, is that we survived a global pandemic on top of it all. We took into stride this new learning method that provided too many temptations, like the game Among Us. However, we made it work. And the proof is that we are sitting here today, ready to throw our caps in the air and celebrate all the time, effort, and dedication it took to get here. Without a doubt, the class of 2021 is the most resilient, determined, and best graduating class there is and ever will be. Please remember, people will always underestimate us. When we entered high school, no one expected much from us. No one knew us at all. So why would they expect wide-eyed 14-year-old freshmen to know anything? Yet we showed our teachers, peers, and friends how great our skill sets truly were, like our ability to listen and give the best advice. We made our niche, and people started to respect us. It might have been our talent in art, sports, shout out to my tennis team and coaches, academics, or leadership. We will now be going into college, trade school, the workplace, or a new environment where we may be underestimated. But do not let that intimidate you, because we have handled that situation before. We have learned in high school that we can truly make our place, and we can shatter people's expectations. Remember, we are the high school graduates that got past the global pandemic, fought for social reform, advocated for climate change policies, and survived high school on top of it all. If you take nothing but this from my speech, I'll be beyond happy. No one has the right to put you in a box. Find a box cutter, cut your way out of that box. You alone will set the bar for what you reach for, whether it's the stars or something no one even knows of yet. I would be remiss if I left this platform without taking the time to thank the people who made this evening possible. I would like to thank the most important people in my life, my mom and dad, who made it possible for me to try almost every club at this school and commit myself to my academics. Without their support and genuine belief that I could and would do it, I would have quit a long time ago. To my brother, who puts up with the DW that I am, but who continues to support me and gives me genuine advice, even when I have no desire to hear it, thank you. On behalf of the graduating class of 2021, I want to broadly thank each and every one of our teachers, advisors, and administrators, because you have each taught us how to continue learning and how to make a better tomorrow. On a personal note, thank you to Mr. K for not failing me my freshman year when I accidentally broke the egg that we were specifically told to be careful with. I have truly enjoyed learning more about biotech and biology. To Mr. Mallet, thank you for making your class hard work. It made me better prepared for all the AP classes I took later. Thank you, Mr. Matthews, for giving me a D on an assignment because I did not put my name on it. To this day, I have never forgotten to take ownership of my work. To Veronica, Mrs. Ortega, and Sadaf, thank you for helping me along my journey in high school. You helped me develop my confidence and supported my aspirational goals. To Mr. Morris, thank you for supporting all of my crazy STEM ideas. You allowed me to take what I was learning, apply it to my crazy ideas, and make them realities. I want to thank Mrs. Yap for helping me develop a love for physics, Mr. and Mrs. Mackler, and Mr. and Mrs. Craig. You all helped me develop my skill sets and perspectives on life. Mrs. Sanchez, you are the best counselor imaginable. Ms. Tittman and Mrs. Cassidy, thank you for all your support. Finally, Mr. Razzo, thank you for helping me develop a love for math. Now that I have very publicly stated the people in my life who came as blessings, I hope you will find the time to thank the people in your life who made it possible for you to be here today. Make no mistake, someone had to be behind you. They not only pushed you forward, but also, if you were ever pushed backwards, they were there to catch you. Well, there is my magical wisdom, and with that, I want to give a final thanks to the high school that I called mine for 4 years. A final shout out to my biotechnology class that let me sing outdated songs that were the pinnacle of irritation. It is a place where I truly got to explore the new world we are inheriting. To the class of 2021, the day we could not imagine is finally here. Remember to never allow anyone to underestimate us. Congratulations, we did it.
Thank you, Marlon. The reward for maintaining superior grades is both a sense of accomplishment and the honor of holding the academic position as this year's salutatorian. Oftentimes, these GPAs can be separated by merely tenths of a point. Graduating with the honor of being salutatorian of one's high school class is not accomplished without consistent commitment to excellence and great personal sacrifice. Tonight, we have two remarkable young women who share this honor. I take great pleasure to introduce our first young lady tonight, Miss Genevieve Hayes. Genevieve's mother is Elizabeth Vitella. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job with your daughter. If you'd please stand and be recognized. It is evident that Genevieve is a diligent and dedicated student. It is her disposition, commitment to rigorous courses, and intellect that earned her the honor and rank of salutatorian. She was offered over $460,000 in scholarships. Genevieve will attend Tufts University in the fall, where she'll major in biochemistry or biopsychology and minor in biotechnology, environmental science, or chemical engineering. Her short-term goals are to work for a pharmaceutical company as a research scientist that tests and creates new medications. As an alternative idea is to become an environmental research scientist and innovate new methods and inventions that improve global sustainability. Because of her career goals centered around the vocation of a research scientist, she intends to use her knowledge of psychology to better understand life and its people and offer guidance when needed. Working in the field of medicine and sustainability, she hopes to use her experience as a research scientist to travel abroad. She believes the most important step in eradicating disease and reversing the deterioration of the earth is giving medical access to everyone and improving the environment everywhere. With the knowledge obtained early in her career, she wants to distribute vaccines and treatments to those without everyday access and intends to make environmental contributions across the globe. To put it simply, her long-term career goal is to make permanent positive impacts on society. This exceptional young AP scholar was a member of the Thespian Club, the Amaranth Club, Health Occupation Students of America, Key Club, the Cougar Ambassador Program, the STEM Advisory Council, Mu Alpha Theta, National Honor Society, the Lemelson MIT Invent Team, Link Crew, the Varsity Girls Tennis Team, and SciTech. Outside of school, she is involved with the Vista Grande Homework Helpers Program, Upward Bound, the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post number 1677, the Beat COVID Mission, STEAM Fair, and babysitting. Please welcome Ms. Genevieve Hayes.
Good evening, Catherine Independent Union High School District Governing Board members, Superintendent Dr. Beebe, administration, teachers, parents, guests, and of course, the graduating class of 2021. Our night has finally come to celebrate this milestone in our lives. A milestone that was not achieved after 4 years of high school, but rather after 13 years of education. Being 13 years in the making, let us reflect on this night. Pride, relief, perhaps some sadness, but mostly with joy. The kind of joy that brings inner peace and self-assurance. A joy that makes life seem full of possibilities. A feeling of joy that I hope all of us only expand upon in our lives. As we officially close this chapter in our book of life and enter a new and exciting one, I hope that we do not become strangers to this feeling, but instead become so accustomed to our own internal happiness that we share it with others. At this time, I would like to thank those who have shared their happiness with me throughout this crazy journey in life. To my mom, for, well, everything. For being my role model and my biggest supporter. To my sister, for making me humble and giving me laughter. To my family, for showing me the fruits of hard work. To my teachers, for providing the gift of knowledge in a valuable way. To my friends and fellow graduates, thank you for the memories I will take as a souvenir of my time at this institution. You know, no one knows the secret to life, except me. Lucky for you, I'm willing to share that the secret to life is acknowledging death. Death is the only certainty in life. However, many of us forget about our own mortality. Society gets so caught up in preparing for the future that the present is forgotten and missed. Just look how fast high school went. With this one chance of life we are given, it is important to use our limited time to make unlimited memories. Soak up every minute and dedicate every day to finding your joy. Do not deprive yourself of the opportunity to interact with others, see the world, and achieve your dreams. Do not allow fear, doubt, or procrastination to consume you. Life is simply too short for such delay. When the inevitable arrives, being surrounded by love, memories, laughter, and contentment will be the only things that matter. Only by acknowledging death can we be certain we are living. As we leave these gates and enter a world obsessed with one definition of intellect, success, and wealth, let me remind you that we are in complete control of our lives. Among the external doubt and judgment we may encounter, let us have faith in our journey and confidence in our desires to build a life not measured by others, but customized by our version of joy. By taking control of our destinies and pursuing the joy in everything we do, no other opinion will matter. When finding a job, look for joy. When choosing a school, look for joy. When wanting to give up, look for the long-term joy. Look for your caliber of happiness. Life can be scary and uncertain, making it easy to find ways to be miserable and static. When we try instead to find the best in our circumstances, joy will prevail. With the rest of our lives in front of us, let us take a step back for a minute. I like to think that one of the best parts of growing up in a small town is growing up with the people that occupy it. We have been with each other through high school, some since elementary school, some even earlier. But now it is time to say goodbye. Now it is time to meet new people, make more memories, and become the individuals we have dreamed of becoming. We are the next engineers, scientists, teachers, musicians, artists, doctors, soldiers, innovators, success stories, and champions. We are the class of 2021. And so, with great joy, I bid you a final farewell and goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, Genevieve. It is my delight to introduce our next co-salutatorian, Miss Haley Mills. Her parents are Robert and Janelle Mills. We thank you both for sharing this amazing young lady with us. If you'll please stand and be recognized. This outstanding young lady embodies an impressive breadth of knowledge and pride of personal character. She has demonstrated a strong dedication to her academics, all while remaining committed to her extracurricular activities. Haley was an active member of National Honor Society, a member of the outstanding and award-winning Pride of Casa Grande Band, drumline, and flux indoor percussion. We're pretty proud of them too. Haley received full tuition at Brigham Young University and has been offered over $70,000 in scholarships. Please help me welcome your co-salutatorian, Miss Haley Mills.
Good evening, governing board members, Dr. Beebe, Mr. Mabb, other administrators, teachers, parents, family and friends, and my fellow graduates. After a long year, it is truly amazing to be here tonight, seeing the faces of our peers and wonderful instructors in person, rather than through a screen. It is an honor to be speaking this evening. 50 years ago, there was a young high school student named Dick Fokker. He was a track and field athlete with the dream of participating in the high jump. Early in his high school career, he was crushed to discover that he could not jump high enough to compete in the event. Rather than give up, he rose to the challenge, resorting to the principles he learned in physics. During this time, the high jump technique consisted of clearing the bar face down. Experimenting with his knowledge of the center of mass, an idea came to him. What if, instead of jumping the conventional way, he could gain enough speed to twist and jump over the bar backwards, landing on his neck and head rather than on his feet? This would keep the center of mass under the bar, while more efficiently allowing him to gain height. Although it was unheard of, technique worked. Sure enough, this new and strange method of high jumping was widely criticized at first. He was even discouraged from using it by his coach. People claimed that he looked like a fish flopping in a boat, calling his move the Fosbury flop. Despite this, Fosbury did not back down. In 1968, he used this technique to win the NCAA championship and qualify for the Olympics, where he won the gold medal. Not only did Fosbury set a new world record, but he also changed the trajectory for the entire sport. Within 10 years, this ingenious technique became the standard for high jumpers everywhere. Because of his perseverance, he is considered one of the most influential athletes in track and field, and was elected to the U.S. Olympic Hall of Fame in 1993. We can all learn from this example of endurance and determination. It is up to us to use our individual talents and academic strengths to change the world. Do not be afraid to be who you are. We too will find success if we are willing to try new things and apply ourselves. No matter what opportunity comes our way, we must not give up. To the graduating class of 2021, I know this was definitely not the senior year we all imagined. However, our presence tonight demonstrates that we persevered through the rough times, the cancellations and technical issues, the virtual classes, and separation from friends. This evening, we come together in gratitude
Separate them.
for the support of our
Daryl,
parents
separate them.
as we learn from home, and for our outstanding
Cynthia and
teachers
you guys can't be together.
who adapted to new learning methods right alongside
You
us.
guys can't be together.
We would not have reached this significant moment in our lives without their diligent efforts. I would like to especially recognize and thank my parents and grandparents who have sacrificed so much for me. They pushed me to set my goals high, settling for nothing less. It's because of their loving support and encouragement that I am in this position tonight. I am also extremely grateful for the support and guidance of my amazing instructors, Alex Pereira and Mr. Hessa. Over these past 4 years, they have taught me not only to be a better musician and performer, but a better person. Thank you for helping me to realize the strength, passion, and confidence within myself that I have previously never expected. Reflecting on our high school experiences, we will cherish these memories, friendships, and lessons in our hearts forever. Here we are at the finish line, but the race goes on. As we embark into this next chapter of our lives, we must choose to grow from our struggles. Each of us can use our gifts and education to attain greatness. It is a tough, challenging, and competitive world into which we are entering. And not all of our efforts will culminate in success. Yet, as we learn from Dick Fosbury, even a flop can change the world. Once again, congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you, and enjoy the celebration. We did it!
Thank you, Haley. I just hope nobody flops off the stage tonight. Casa Grande Union High School has an exceptional number of graduates receiving scholarly accolades. Students who have received these honors have been awarded different colored cords and medals. I would like to commend each of these students for attaining their high academic achievements. Honor graduates are those students who have a GPA of 3.5 or higher. They have been awarded gold medallions. Casa Grande Union High School is very proud of our students who are receiving scholarships. In addition to those scholarships, those students are recipients of a Red Scholarship Cord. Combined, the Casa Grande Union High School class of 2021 has received $5,739,450 to date. I've been told that might be an all-time high here at Union. Congratulations. Also worthy of recognition are those who did not receive an award, but through sheer determination and tenacity, never abandoned their goals of a high school diploma. To all the parents, grandparents, foster parents, and caregivers who never gave up on their students, we also applaud you. At this time, please help me welcome our Casa Grande Union High School District Superintendent, Dr. Steve Beebe.
Thank you, Mr. Mapp. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. Before we get started, I would like to thank all the men and women in attendance who have served or are serving currently in the armed forces to please stand at this time and be recognized. Of 2021, the students in this class who intend to go into the armed forces after graduation to please stand and be recognized. Thank you all for your service in protecting the freedoms of this great country that we all get to enjoy. As a school district, we believe that part of completing the comprehensive high school experience for our students also involves giving back to their community through community service opportunities. As the Casa Grande Union High School District Superintendent, I would like to ask the students in the class of 2021 who met my challenge and have reached their graduation scores of completing at least 200 hours of community service in their time in the district to please stand. you for your service and commitment to your school and to your community. Now, Casa Grande Union High School District Governing Board members, faculty, parents, and graduates, it is my pleasure as the superintendent of the Casa Grande Union High School District to certify that these students have met the requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of Arizona and the Casa Grande Union High School. Accordingly, I present this class to Mr. Jack Hennis, President of the Governing Board. Mr. Hennis, I respectfully request that you accept these graduates and that you and your fellow board members confer diplomas upon them.
Good evening, everybody. As President of the Governing Board of the Casa Grande Union High School District, and by the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the state of Arizona, I accept and confirm that the Casa Grande Union High School class 2021 has met the requirements for graduation. Congratulations to all of you.
At this time, we will present our graduates. If the readers will please come forward.
You're gonna have to do you shut up.
My neck hurt.
Just stuffed it in my bra. Oh wait, that one doesn't. Why is it?
Merlin Agnes D'Souza.
Lonnie Alexander.
Oh, Lonnie!
Reynel and Rojales Aliago.
Haley Eileen Mills.
Alexia Gabriela Alvarado.
Allison Keolani Wong.
Alicia Maria Alvarez.
Jessica Marisol Molina.
Ariana. Kai Michael Archambault.
Santiago Francisco Aceves.
Brandon Joe Rosalina Baeza.
Oh, the twins.
Faith Isabel Adams.
Magnus Lee Baeza.
Blaine Thomas
Garrett Ballard Jr.
Kayla Marie Alejandres.
Amaya Alexandria Barr.
Priscilla Marie Bain.
Courtney Eileen Bautista.
Brandon Jude Beltran.
Cody Allen Brown.
Brianna Jeanette Berumen.
Carly Elizabeth Brown.
Aaron William Blunt.
Matthew Seth Brown.
Adam Arthur Blunt.
Christopher James Bryant.
Parker Franklin Blight.
Anatisa Rayanne Burns.
Joseph Nicholas Bojorquez Jr.
Madeline Kate Calderon.
Jake Thomas Brockway.
Jimena Camacho Zuniga.
Tiffany Noel Brooks.
Justin Lamar Campbell II.
Victoria Eileen Ibarra Castaño.
Karen Campos.
Andrew Castañón.
Isabella Belana Carter.
Jacob Andrew Castro.
Lourdes Aro Postales.
Brendan Adam Cecina.
Kaylor Keith Kozak.
Demetria Angelique Cervantes.
Charisma Elizabeth Crandall.
Renee Summers Chafee.
Ileana Angelica Da Silva.
Jyrese Oscar Chester.
Jaden Davis.
Kennedy Laura Claude.
Jamie Ray D.
Raquel Renee Conant.
Garrett Thomas Dixon.
Ruben Borralejo.
Janea Marie Doberry.
Riley Jasmine Dugan.
Jasmine Esmeralda Dominguez Partida.
Bianca Soleil Espinosa.
Calissa Marie Fox.
Madeline Page Estrada.
Jonathan Adams Fronheiser.
Sarah Ruthann Evans.
Beatriz Fuentes Verdugo.
Jordan Mackenzie Farley Lopez.
Lovely Alasia Gathor. Gathor.
Veronica Ashley Federico.
Alexandria Alexa Galvan.
Valeria Fernandez.
Jordan Arena Gomez.
Luis Gustavo Figueroa Garcia.
Emilio Garcia.
Sarah Ann Garcia.
Melissa Gonzalez Robles.
Julián Sebastián Garcia.
Amberlyn Brittany Goswick.
Hold on.
R.C. Garcia Jr.
William Greaves.
Sterling Crystal.
Xander Green.
Bill Jody Jeter. Kira Grace Gallagher.
Trevor John Hartman.
Mauricio Antonio González.
Gavin Thomas Hazen.
Theodore Hendricks Jr.
Carl Anson Heinley.
Elena Inés Heraldez.
Álvaro Rizal Sierra.
Anisa María Hernández.
Joshua James Ingram.
Destiny Rose Hernandez.
Corinne Rachel Jackson.
Lillian Bruet Hernandez.
Jenna Lynn James.
Scarlett Rose Hernandez.
Talissa Ray Jenkins.
Christian Xavier Herrera.
I told you to do it up, not down.
Alexis Jaylene Johnson.
Anissa Honey Valenti.
Mallory Rainice Johnson.
Liliana Householder.
Gabriel Nicholas Jolly.
Steven Chino Huerta.
Rochelle Shinique Livingston.
Gabriela Beisha Cater.
Justice
Amazing.
Renee Lockhart.
Haley Jewell.
Krista Faith Momoyestewa.
Jacob Andrew Krimpaski.
Ruby Flores Lopez.
Angelina Terry Rose Lau.
Kyle Jonathan Lynch.
Cristiana Francisca Leal.
Caden Dale Mace.
Sarah Michelle Layton.
Gary Isaac Macias Jr.
Francisco Nicholas Leon.
Alexis Pilar Madrid.
Danielle Lisette Leapart.
Harvey Russell Yeso Magahono.
Rachel Abital Lim.
MJ Maglaya.
Gage Jackson Malone.
Fucking butler.
Jalen Alessio.
Jalen Sarah Rose Manuel.
Pedro Melendez.
Omar Francisco Mariscal.
Sienna Nave Mendez.
Leah Marie Barler.
Ethan Daniel Meyer.
Adriana Maria Marquez.
Riley Brower Miller.
Jasmine Elizabeth Martinez Cardona.
Renee Jordan Miranda.
Caitlin Shayna
Alexis Jean Molar.
Sierra Lynn McMahon.
Anthony Cruz Molina.
Matthew James McNeil.
Destiny Alexis Montañez.
Austin
A lot of
James
M's.
Moore.
A lot of M's.
Joseph Zamorano.
Cameron Alexander Moore.
Sierra Unique Munoz.
Andrew Moore.
Macy Lynn Murieta.
Maritza Inés Morales.
Katia Melissa Murieta Contreras.
Anissa Belen Moreno.
Damon Lamont Newton Jr.
Brad Adriano Moreno.
Mia Renee Nito.
Alicia Janelle Morgan.
Alicia Nuamsa. Brandon Andreas Nuamsa. Anthony Ray Ochoa.
Oscar Abraham Osuna.
Zachary Andrew Odell.
Faith Marie Owen.
Antonio Ortiz Figueroa.
Silas Salvador Pablo.
Daisha Ellen Pascual.
Crisanto Adrián Padilla.
Mickey Carlisle Pascual.
Junior James Hancock.
Eliza Frederick Pedro.
Maribel Pantoja.
Lauren Elizabeth Pepperdine.
Mark Palon Paraíso.
Jason Lorenzo Perez.
Matthew Palon Paraíso.
Michael Andrew Perez.
Diego Ventura Vargas.
Dylan Jackson Perkins.
Nathaniel Brian Harding.
Alyssa Marie Pettigrew.
Emery Catherine Pons.
Try Duck Fan.
Lisbeth Porras.
Marissa Renee Pike.
Amaya Francis Prokopich.
Anna Isaiah Rangel.
Isaiah Angel Rabado.
Ernesto Cipriano Razo Jr.
Jordan David Rasdell.
Riley Elena Riebenstorff.
Romeo Anderson Ramirez Luna.
Colby Scott Wright.
Malia Celeste Ramos.
Thomas Adrian Reyes.
Kayla Josephine Ramos Garvin.
Tyler James Teza Reyes.
Aslan Grace Rankin.
Alyssa Arlene Reyna.
Caitlin Cornelia Rankin.
Harley Austin Ritchie.
Akayla Jonay Ritchie.
Alize Rosales.
Andrew Julian Rivas.
Gio Joseph Rovella.
Adrian Christopher.
Anthony Reese Jr.
Yesenia Lizeth Robles.
Portia Marie Rumbo.
Nudia Rodriguez.
Benjamin Gaston Saavedra. Diana Leonel Salazar.
Justin Miles Romo.
Emma Joel Salcido. Victoria Schwenka.
Lorenzo Nathaniel Salinas.
Isaac Philip Scott.
Jonathan Bo Sampson.
Stephen Michael Shapley Jr.
Alyssa Haley Sanchez.
Justin James Zickelbach.
Sitlali Elide
The gate right
Sandoval.
there. Jim,
Diego Alexander Silvestre.
right there at the gate by the tree.
Isaiah Pavillon Santos.
Aljanae Simpson.
Daylin Shemansky.
Madison Bell Scooby.
Stephen Toribio Sowers.
Corbin Thomas Smith.
Otis Jacob St. Clair III.
Isabella Ray Smith.
Haley Lynn Stalter.
Saeed Ezequiel Soki.
James Matt Steele.
Valerie Alizana Tena.
Roderick Thomas Steiner.
Jacob Arthur Thomas.
Adriana Antonia Suenada.
I don't know.
Lorenzo RJ Walla Torres.
Taylor Ray Swafford.
Mariana Isabel Torres.
Angelica Isabel Tapia.
Oh shit.
Tyler James Tressel.
Desiree Angelique Tapia.
Casey Lauren Trevino.
Taylene Lynn Taylor.
Dallas Christopher Trickle.
Elijah Jalen Valenzuela.
Anastasia Maricela Triste.
Brianna Vargas.
Eugene Kurt Jr. Sabetse.
Luke Gavages.
Tegan Dean So.
Katie Annette Vasquez Vélez.
Anthony Michael Wall.
Victor Refugio Velázquez.
Tanner Jackson Wallace.
Horacio Vergara.
Justin Jonathan Walter.
Skylar Houston Vidal.
Kofi Whitewater.
Gage Edward Wakefield.
Zoe Ray Wilkinson Sharp.
Michaela Marie Walliser.
Mylisa Wilkes.
Shania Krista Morales.
We have to stay seated to the fireworks.
Lexi Grace Winograd.
Yeah.
But I gotta go to the bathroom. They can't carry it.
Go in the bathroom.
Ayla Precious Winter.
Where did they do the flag?
Genesis Vianney Yu.
I doubt it. They have
Jocelyn.
No, they are.
Nicole
They are.
it. Over.
The bathrooms are there.
They're getting ready.
Maria Teresa Zamudio.
Michaela Elizabeth Wright.
Desmond Nathan Zapata.
Alejandro Saldivar.
Isaac Zavala Salazar.
Nathan Snowball.
Aviana Debe Sasueta.
Go, Ivy!
Jesus Guerrero.
It's out. It's broke.
Sophia Aisha Percy Span.
Tiny.
Princesa Jael Dominguez.
Ivy May Wilkinson.
Aviana Nicole Gortaris Granillo.
Gabriel Alan Sanchez.
Weston Gage Logan.
Kayla Marie Marciano.
Aurora Munguia Rivas.
Diego Marquez Ortiz.
Joni Jomanique Nelson.
Jalen J. Apka.
Jory Contrell Pyant.
Chloe Alexandra Turner.
Julie Rosa Maria Iles.
Aww. She's doing a dance.
Pamela Guadalupe Ramos Huerta.
Little, huh?
Jacob Rutledge.
Hold it, Dana.
Oh, watch out, homeboy's ears. Face it up.
Oh, look at her. She's so cute.
Mm.
What's her name? She's still going. This is my show tonight.
You guys make me proud.
Who are you talking to? She's so cute.
In a moment, Miss Jessica Molina, Senior Class President, will deliver Casa Grande Union School's 102nd farewell address on behalf of the senior class. Jessica's parents are Marisol and Jesse Molina. If they will please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Jessica's active participation in student council, DECA, Key Club, National Honor Society has allowed her to serve her community during her tenure at Casa Grande Union High School. Jessica identified her involvement with these service organizations as her most important accomplishment in high school. Jessica volunteered her time during Key Club, blood drives, NHS food drives, and carrying hands with the Now County Toy Drive. She also assisted DECA with the Taste of Casa Grande Union event. Jessica will attend Grand Canyon University and pursue a degree in finance and economics with a minor in digital design. She has received $10,000 in scholarships. Her short-term career goal is to obtain an internship to understand the correlation between finance and business. Jessica aspires to help small businesses run their companies efficiently. She's excited about the opportunities in her bright future, as are we. Please help me welcome your senior class president, Miss Jessica Molina.
On behalf of the Casa Grande Union High School class of 2021, I would like to welcome the governing board members, Superintendent Beebe, administration, faculty, and staff, and our honorees, the class of 2021. We are finally here. It is time to celebrate our experiences, reflect on our high school years, and say goodbye. Throughout our 4 years on this campus, we have been able to strengthen our skills through our career and technical education classes, organizations, and sporting activities. The CTE classes we have range from childcare, FFA, DECA, auto, construction, and culinary to CABIT. Student organizations include Student Council, Key Club, STEM, JRTC, Cheer, Band, and Dance, just to name a few. With being a part of these amazing organizations, we have found friends that we were able to connect with, sometimes not seeing eye to eye. However, we soon learned that every angle of a situation should be looked at in order to be successful. We have had some of our best experiences in these organizations. Team bonding get-togethers, spending an hour planning out an event, or giving back to our school and community were all important experiences. Even though there are many successes, we cannot forget the failures because without failure, we are not able to learn and grow. We face challenges every day that range from family struggles, balancing school and work, to work to be the best versions of ourselves. We often feel additional pressure as we strive to be successful, trying to live up to what we believe our families expect from us. The pressure can come from being in leadership roles, planning events, or taking a lead in a group project. This year, we have often felt frustrated and hopeless trying to plan events because we were never sure how anything would turn out, yet we persevered. When a struggle is in our way, we must look at possible solutions from all angles in order to overcome it. Sometimes, we may need outside help from parents, family, friends, or another informed person. Through these struggles and sometimes even a mental meltdown, we are able to accomplish the goals we set for ourselves. We push through adversity to find the positive. Never forget that sometimes we need to take time to recharge, pick ourselves up, and start again. Even though this year was not what we planned, we cannot forget the other memories we have made, like dancing the entire night at homecoming, participating in spirit weeks, giving back to our community, whether giving blood or helping Key Club at the blood drive, to joining in items for FFA Thanksgiving baskets, with help from DECA and culinary arts. You cannot forget the feeling of being anxious before going on stage to perform a dance, a band, or a choir concert, or a play they have learned and practiced for months. But once you step on that stage, it's showtime. Nor can you forget their adrenaline rush of winning a game with your teammates that you worked hard for, to losing your voice up to yelling at the top of your lungs, from being at the football game and singing our fight song at Sweet Caroline as we follow our band's lead. And now this day too will become a memory for all of us. Being able to receive our diplomas, seeing our families' proud faces as we hit this milestone in a year that was set for everyone and changed people's lives, gives all of us a thrill. But it is also the realization that a chapter of our lives is ending and a new one is waiting. Moving forward, I wish you all the best. When you make mistakes, learn from them. When you say you might have something, do not let anyone tell you that you not achieve it. Prove them wrong. Make sure to take care of yourselves mentally and physically, especially at times when it gets stressful. Most of all, remember that through adversity, you will overcome by taking a deep breath, as we work hard towards the goals we want. With that, congratulations, class of 2021. We finally did it.
Thank you, Jessica. Mr. Randy Robbins will now lead the long-standing tradition of the turning of the tassels. Please help me welcome Mr. Randy Robbins.
You guys ready? I personally would like to congratulate the class of 2021. You all have worked extremely hard to get here, and I could not be more proud of you. I wish each of you the best of luck in your future endeavors as you enter the workforce, higher education, or the armed forces. Turn tassel symbolizes the transition from candidate to graduate. Tassels are worn on the right side of the mortarboard and move to the left to signify graduate status. Seniors, would you please rise? Tassel from the right to the left.